Wonderstruck, directed by Todd Haynes, based on the book by Brian Selznick, starring Michelle Williams, Julianne Moore, newcomers Millicent Simmons, Oak Spegley, and Jaden Michaels. This movie is a new independent film directed by Todd Haynes, starring Oak Spegley as Ben. He is a little boy being taken care of by his mother Elaine, played by Michelle Williams. The boy ends up in a little bit of an accident where he gets struck by lightning and loses his hearing. His mother dies quite abruptly, and he ends up going on a quest to Queens, New York to find out about his father. And the movie flips back and forth between the late 20s or early 30s, where we see a little girl named Rose that is also deaf in the film. And Julianne Moore shows up in the black and white portion of the movie that feels like an old silent film, to the present day time where we see Ben trying to find out about his father, and he meets up with a boy named Jamie in Queens, New York, played by Jaden Michaels. They become friends in the film, and Julianne Moore shows up later on in that portion of the film as well. And that's pretty much our movie. Now, I wanted to see this film because the trailer looked very good and it got me curious, and I have to say I did like this movie. I thought the characters were very good and the acting was great. The portion that was in the 1920s and early 30s that felt like a silent film was done very well, and the portion that was set in present day time, I thought that part was done very well also. Julianne Moore is great in the movie. I really did like her character, or characters I should say. She has two characters in this movie. The characters she plays in the black and white portion and the character she plays in the present day time. And then you have the boy played by Oak Spegley, Ben. I thought he was very good in the movie as well. Next there's Jamie. I thought he was very good in the movie too, being played by Jaden Michaels. And finally there's the girl named Rose in the film, played by Millicent Simmons, and I thought she was very good in the movie too, even though you don't really hear her voice, you just see her facial acting, because her portion of the movie is the black and white portion that is done like a silent film. The movie has a very nice tone to the film, and it just has a very good carefree feeling to it. And it was just really refreshing. My only negative with the film really is what happens to the mother in the movie. Her fate comes up quite abruptly, and I didn't really see it coming really. And when it does happen, you don't really get a moment to fully take it in really. And the boy really doesn't feel all too broken up about it. But I really did like this movie. I definitely think people should check this movie out. So I'm going to give this movie an A. I think it's one of my favorite films of the year. And that's all I got to say for Wonderstruck.